Big A, fifth start, 2-0. Look at those numbers. A sub-1 whip, a sub-1 ERA. Fifth start, and Gooby, his last start, though, cut short, so 3 days rest. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, he looked really good in that game. Obviously, that first inning, and this feel for his pitch is always important. My go-to is for Shohei to have a big game against Kansas City, a team he's throwing the ball well against. His command, that sweeper early. You know, last 4 starts, he's had a tough time in that first inning with his sweeper. And then four-seamer on the corners. That'll set up that sweeper, splitter, and slider and curveball combination throughout. Four-seamer, I think, is going to be a big pitch for him tonight.
Taking on a Kansas City Royals team that has dropped 6 games in a row, all at home, 4-15 on the season. But Bobby Witt Jr. is a good one leading off, and it's MJ Melendez, Pasquantino, Salvador Perez, one of the greats in the game, and Royals history for sure. Michael Massey, Kyle Isbell. Olivares is the DH. Lopez and the veteran Bradley Jr. is hitting cleanup. There is the first-time manager, Matt Quatrero.
And the defense for the Angels behind Shohei Ohtani. Luis Rengifo out in center field tonight. And you have Taylor Ward out in left field. Hunter Renfroe. Not many times you've seen Rengifo out there in center, even in the minor leagues. So it's a big opponent here out there in center field to be able to cover some ground. In the infield, you got Rendon. Neto has been great. Rory Urshela. Chad Wallach making the start behind the plate, catching Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, with Wallach behind the plate. Erica Weston's going to have more on the situation regarding Logan O'Hoppe. Was placed on the 10-day IL, shoulder inflammation, but stay tuned for more on that.
So one start in his entire career in center field. That was in single A ball for Luis Rengifo. Just one.
Never been in center field in the big leagues, and he's shaded over towards right center. First pitch in there for Shohei. And quickly ahead 0-2 on Witt Jr.
Well, that's commanding that sweeper early on.
First pitch at 6:39. Pretty warm tonight, 83 degrees. Ball should be jumping, but hopefully more for Shohei and the Halos. And just gets a piece to stay alive.
Got a little more of the plate than he wanted to, I think, on that one. Now he's got a chance against a very good young hitter in Bobby Witt Jr. to try to get him to swing at something off the plate now and down and away.
If there's been any type of Achilles heel early for Ohtani, it's been the first batter of the game. Leadoff walk, all 4 starts. Swing and a miss. Off to a good start there. 1 down and the first strikeout for Shohei.
99 right away. He missed it by that much. After some sweepers, goes 99. Heart of the plate. Not expecting that if you're Bobby Witt Jr. nor anybody in the lineup when you're thinking Shohei Ohtani and how many sweepers he's thrown this year. About 51%.
Would you believe a 4-seamer will strike you out? And there's that sweeper for a strike to Melendez. Always an opportunity to get smart when I work with you, Gooby. It's great to be here in the booth. A little spot start.
By the way, congrats for getting back here, Patio. It's going to be some fun.
Absolutely pumped up for it. Wayne Randazzo, little Apple TV, so just filling in, but you can't get rid of me just yet. Sweeper misses, 2-1. That's lifted. See if that stays in play. Urshela going over, and it goes into the second row there at the Big A. Souvenir for the fans.
In my Hyundai key for the game today, we got to go Star Wars. Got to stay with that duel of the fates. You're talking about Shohei Ohtani on the mound and at the plate with great career numbers against Kansas City. Duel of the fates.
Great job. Great outfit in the open, by the way. Both of us Sith Lords.
Yes.
And we didn't even plan it. That's just the connection. Here's the 2-2. Oh, another one. The sweeper gets Melendez 2 down. Back-to-back Ks.
Important to note, though, that first batter, he had walked the first batter in 4 straight starts, and there he was out with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball to get a strikeout, and then a sweeper here with a 2-strike pitch. Melendez unable to make contact.
The numbers that we will get into regarding Ohtani as a pitcher are just simply incredible, historic type numbers, and he gets ahead of Pasquantino. And I spoke to Chad Wallach, who caught Ohtani last May, so he's had one start behind the plate with Ohtani. Strike two. But Ohtani wasn't calling his own pitches. I said, was there any issue? He said, not at all. I said, you going to be ready for the sweeper 50% of the time? He said, I'll be ready.
Yep. How about that splitter there, by the way, early in the game, established that one.
He's just got it all working. He's got it all working. He strikes out the side. Oh, the force is mighty strong with Shohei Ohtani. Not one, not two, but 3 Ks to kick off the homestand at the Big A.
Shohei Ohtani using all his pitches in the first. Bobby Witt Jr., 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Melendez on the sweeper. Escatino on the splitter at 91. 3 strikeouts for Shohei, using all his pitches already in that first inning for 3 punch-outs.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, rumor has it.
This just in. Breaking news. Shohei Ohtani's off to a good start here tonight. 3 straight strikeouts. Here's Salvi Perez. First pitch, ground ball. Rendon. That's a nice strong throw.
And you see that a lot, Patrick, against Shohei, because throughout his career, hitters have had a little more success on the first pitch because generally it's going to be something in the zone. You don't want to fall behind and deal with every one of those secondary pitches that he has. Or he throws a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, so hitters are more apt to be aggressive against him early.
No limitations for Shohei, considering pitching on just the 3 days rest. Only went the 2 innings, 31 pitches. So I heard Phil Nevin mention, oh, this is just like an extended bullpen session. But so far, this just looks like Shohei Ohtani throwing a lot of strikes.
And that's something you're seeing now. The warmer weather. He's been in some colder weather. Hasn't been as consistent with the strike zone, but tonight so far, really consistent.
I would think Shohei would want to pitch in some warmer weather throughout his entire career.
Yes.
Just guessing there.
That makes sense.
Who would want to deal with a bunch of rain delays constantly? It's Michael Massey with 1 down here in the top of the second. Scoreless. Great to have you with us. Warm night. Definitely spring is here, if not borderline summer already. That one is lifted right field, hit high, and looks to be playable. And it is. Renfroe is there to squeeze it 2 down.
I get a little nervous when it gets down that corner, the way that baseball will carry, especially in a warm night like tonight.
Massey didn't miss it by much, but it's like a nice new cut for Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah, when you throw that sweeper a lot, and Shohei throws a lot of them, every once in a while you'll get that upper part of the strike zone with a sweeper, and he did on that one. Massey just missed it, though. He'll take that out.
The quicker the better. Here's Kyle Isbell from Fontana, California. 4-seamer gets past Wallach, misses 1-0.
And as we progress in this game, the conversation with Chad Wallach being able to catch Shohei Ohtani here tonight after Logan O'Hoppy's caught all the other 4 starts.
Chad definitely has worked with Ohtani, worked with him in spring training on the backfields. O'Hoppy handled him quite a bit. You mentioned he caught him last year, 6 innings.
Let's take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The pitch arsenal for Shohei Ohtani. Mentioned that sweeper, 51%, 4-seamer 25, sinker at 7, splitter at 7, down from last year. Cutter 6, curveball. It's been great when he throws it at 3%, and occasional now slider at 1%.
2-1 foul away, 2-2 is the count. Then Chad, I asked him about working with the pitch com with Shohei. He said, no problem, just makes it so much easier. Here's what he throws with 2 strikes, percentage of the time with the splitter or the sweeper.
And that's, you see that percentage, he keeps going up and up and up with the sweeper, although he did throw a great splitter with 2 strikes in the first inning at a swing and miss at 91.
Which of the 2, pal, do we get here?
Splitter I'm going with.
And that's ripped foul.
He went with the sweeper, and that got a little bit more of the play, especially on the inner half. And again, when you throw 51% sweepers, and it's a great one, trust me. Every once in a while, there will be a flat sweeper that you hope he misses it, pulls it foul like he did there. See how quick that adjustment is for Shohei.
Oh, another strikeout to end the inning, his 4th of the night. 2 strong innings from Showtime. top three, no score, 6 up, 6 down for Shohei Ohtani. Just wanted to point out, if you get an opportunity, fans, check out the New York Times article that Mark Gubicza was a big part of. In fact, the first 2 words or names that you see, Mark Gubicza, is how it starts, about Shohei Ohtani compared to Bo Jackson, your teammate in Kansas City. Excellent article, really was.
Bo no show. We got to get that going. I mean, when you think about 2 incredible athletes doing things that nobody ever thought anybody could do at such a high level.
And there's going to be a hit to left field. So the DH, Edward Olivares, leadoff hit here in the 3rd. If you look at the last 11 starts for Shohei Ohtani, it's the best stretch in baseball currently. It's also an Angels record, and it's a 2 or fewer in every start. Hasn't happened in Halo history.
And the whip, that's amazing, especially considering how many walks he had earlier in the season, though. Been really good as far as limiting the hits. In an ERA at 0.95. That sweeper there was upstairs. He's throwing a couple of them now. Yeah, you throw enough of them, you got to keep them off balance with that fastball.
So 1 on, nobody out. And the batter's Nicky Lopez.
Good cutter there. Real good cutter.
Look at tonight's starting catcher, Chad Wallach, season debut. Logan O'Hoppe on the IL. I know Erica Weston was talking about it. This game moves pretty quick now with the pitch timer. Just wanted to say, feel for O'Hoppe, right?
Yeah.
To be out. He's been playing so great. Early consideration for Rookie of the Year, of course, handling the catching duties. The pitchers love throwing to him.
Yeah, and a great leader for a young kid, a great leader.
The 0-2. Oh, look at Shohei. Let it go. Right to the shortstop. In time double play. How smart is that?
I was just going to say, that's how smart he is. They'll probably check that to make sure they got the double play. Neto a lot on that throw. But what a play by Shohei, letting that go. They're letting it go, double play ball. What a play.
I hear you talk about that all the time, but how many pitchers, their instinct is to just grab it, and you're not going to get the double play if he does.
Well, how you do that, Patrick, you look back, where's your infielder set up if a ground ball is up the middle? And you can see right away, he brings the glove back. You know it's a harder play to turn 2. With the speed of Lopez going down the line, it gives Neto the chance to step on the base and show that big arm here, his first start at home.
Oh, that is driven to left field. Will that stay fair? No, it's a foul ball. Jackie Bradley Jr. just misses, but that's just strike 1. And that's the thing about Neto. He has an incredibly strong arm. He pitched in college. He could close out games, throw mid-90s.
Still innocent in all of how smart Shohei Ohtani is. He's knowing to let that go because he saw where Neto was set up. It was a perfect play to get a double play ball. You eliminate that throw with Shohei. You know it's going to be a good throw, but still, it's right on the bag to be able to step on and make the throw. Breaking out his curveball early on. So he's broke out his splitter and his curveball early. He is the creative one. We say it every single time he's on the mound. You just don't know.
And the cutter as well. Yep. Oh, strike 2, sweeper. Wanted to. That's what Chad Wallach said. I said, get ready for the sweeper. He said, we'll see. Never know. It's whatever he wants.
There's a split. It's been 91 so far, 90-91. That's the 3rd one. That's nasty.
He's so good defensively. He should be in the running for a Gold Glove, possibly last year. Of course, you and I both agreed. Doesn't get enough credit for that. That is one of the best defensive plays. How smart that was to let that baseball go. I just marvel at that.
Pretty good defender at the plate, too. He made a nice play on Drury. He's the guy that saves a lot of runs defensively. So but Shohei's so good. He does everything exceptionally well. We know that. But, I mean, fielding your position, stopping a running game, doesn't have a career pickoff yet, but he doesn't need it because he's so quick to the plate.
He has 4 strikeouts so far in the game. Looking to go first time through. Perfect. And that is going to do it because that's a pop-up and Wallach is there. You want to talk about smarts, baseball instincts. Number 17, Shohei Ohtani. He has him with the best in the game. Wow. Has to feel good to give some run support for your ace, Chad Wallach. First home run of the year, hit 424 feet. How about this, Scooby? Lowest opposing average in March and April since 1920. So over 100 years, minimum 70 innings. And Shohei Ohtani is at the top of the list. And look at the names on there, like Pedro Martinez and Bob Feller.
You got Herb Score in there, too. I mean, there's some great numbers there. Shohei Ohtani at the top.
And it's getting lower with the way he is pitching so far in his 5th start of the season. He's faced the minimum through 3.
You had that feeling that Bobby Witt Jr. was going to be swinging at the first pitch after missing that 99-mile-an-hour fastball, the first at bat for a strikeout.
Ohtani started him off with a 91-mile-per-hour cutter. Goes back to the sweeper. And this is upstairs, 1-1.
That's nasty. Now that was a great quick adjustment on a sweeper from the one before to that one. This starts in like towards the middle of the plate and ends up well off the outside corner. Let's see how much. He is a really good hitter, and he missed out by quite a bit.
That's that horizontal movement. About a foot or more. The 1-2. Did he?
Yes, he went on that one.
Yes, he did. Another strikeout for Ohtani. 1 down.
See that too often for Bobby Witt Jr. He was committed to trying to catch up. He remembered that 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and this started well off the plate to begin with. That was a little harder sweeper.
Yeah.
But when you're, that's why it's so important for Shohei to at least show that fastball, because he remembered that. He didn't want to be late on 99, and he committed early and chased.
Melendez has good power. And off to a slow start. 156 coming in. He's 0 for 1. And a strikeout victim back in the first.
99.
Bring it. I don't know. You might be hitting the 101 on the way home tonight at this rate.
Granted that one timeout and at bat, tried to gather his thoughts. And then he came in with 100. It's all about the Benjamins at 100 right there. That's bringing it. And he's got good movement and spin. When he first came to the Angels, didn't have a high spin rate on many of his pitches, but especially his fastball. That's changed.
The 0-2. And you look at, again, 3 days rest, but this would be a normal time to throw a bullpen, essentially, right? Considering only threw 2 innings and 31 pitches.
And sometimes because, you know, the amount of days in between his starts, he has a couple bullpen sessions. I think it comes down to he's not overthrowing, and he's comfortable in his mechanics. I think it's helped him out because so far he's thrown a lot of strikes. He threw a bullpen session yesterday in Yankee Stadium. Just a light one, like he always does the day before. And working with those weighted baseballs.
Goes back to the heater at 100.
It's pretty good at bat for Melendez. We're falling behind 0-2 to be able to get to this position.
Full count. And that's going to go into the seats. So he's shown a few fastballs here in this at bat. And the sweeper right there. The ever creative one, calling his own pitches, and he goes to it right there.
He doesn't throw a lot of 3-2 splitters, but I'll tell you what, a splitter right here would be pretty good.
The 3-2, lost him.
Take a look at our Kia player profile as far as chases. Not many, but he gets a lot of swing and misses in zone. This season, he leads baseball as far as swing and misses, whiff percentage in zone. That means you have everything working because hitters are trying to bring you in a zone to have a better chance of making a good pass at the baseball. But Shohei's been outstanding in zone because he throws so many pitches in zone.
That sweeper has just been so accurate. That's his first walk of the game, however. Talk about power. Vinny Pasquantino. So where does he rank Shohei? Opponents on pitches in the strike zone. Either first, second, or fourth, Gooby.
Amazing, too. When you got guys, especially early in accounts, trying to go after a fastball or even a sweeper in zone, but the amount of strikeouts he gets in the strike zone, whiff percentage, all those things come into play. A little out of sync right now, 3 pitches in a row for Shohei.
Falls behind 3-0.
That guy on deck who's got great career numbers against the Angels is the dangerous one. So see if Shohei can work his way back in the count here. 324 for Salvador Perez in his career against the Angels.
Back-to-back 3-ball counts, but that one is in there. Take something off that four-seamer at 95.
I'm taking something off the fastball 95. I might do a cartwheel if I threw 95.
The 3-1 in there, bottom of the zone at 97. Back-to-back heaters. Does he dare throw it again?
Kansas City's been running a lot too. You wonder if Melendez may be on the move here. 3-2. Not.
And that gets over the head of Rendon for a base hit the other way. So Pasquantino, pretty good piece of hitting. So 2 on, 1 out, and that brings up the very dangerous Salvador Perez.
The way the defense was set up there. Went fastball upstairs, didn't get a whole lot of the bat on it because the way the defense was set up, able to flare that into the outfield. Definitely a double play candidate here with Salvador Perez. If he get the ball on the ground, he got a ground ball at Rendon his first at bat. Big moment here in the game. As you score 2, you want to be able to put up that 0, Shohei.
Shohei had one double play turned behind him, 6-3 unassisted on the ground ball to Neto. He's back in the third. The leadoff single from Olivares. 2-0 Halos here, top 4. Shohei with that pitch calm device on his left bicep. There's a ground ball, fielded beautifully by Neto, over to second, turns 2 to get out of it. You called for it, partner, and you got it.
That was a great play by Neto, and Salvador Perez was frustrated because he hit that one well against Shohei. He ends up being 6-4-3.
We head to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-0 Halos.
Very good hitter, Bobby Witt. Shohei Ohtani starts him out with a cutter. He goes back with a sweeper upstairs, and he goes sweeper off the plate, and then he gets to go after a sweeper well off the plate, all set up by that 99-mile-an-hour fastball that he had bat before. He had to try to speed up the bat, chase the sweeper well out of the zone. There's our Arco top-tier play. Hit sequence against a very good player in Bobby Witt Jr.
And the athleticism that we have seen from tonight's 2 young star shortstops, that is, in Witt Jr. and Neto on display. Massey fouls that one back, 1-1.
Left-handed batters in this game for Kansas City for the most part. Lefties, not that they're having a lot of success against Shohei. 118 compared to 063 for right-handed batters.
Already in the 5th, 2-0 Halos. Angels trying to get back to 500, sitting 9-10. Game 1 of a 7-game homestand. They have 3 with the Royals, then 4 with the Oakland A's. A chance to make up some ground on the surprising Texas Rangers.
They're locked in a 4-4 tie with Oakland, a team that's been struggling.
Go A's, not afraid to say that. Here's the 2-2. Pop foul going over towards the Angels dugout. At the top of the dugout on a souvenir. Nice play.
Huge crowd here tonight.
I was talking to some friends and family yesterday, and I said, if you want to see a game, you want to see Shohei Ohtani pitch, this is your chance. Don't miss it.
I like Shohei using his fastball a little bit more tonight so far.
Star Wars night. Bobblehead giveaway for Mike Trout, who's getting the scheduled night off. Team got in close to midnight last night. There's a strikeout. No, just got a piece to stay alive. So far, the arsenal. A lot of sweepers on the season.
Very effective pitch. Mentioned about 51% sweeper usage.
And here is tonight. Popped up. Shohei can handle it if he wants, but Chad Wallach smart enough to take care of business. Pass it off to Rendon for the first out.
Rendon goes, I got to go low and way. Shohei's like, oh, you got it.
Just point right up to it.
He's going to be there just in case. You know that.
Now he's
so good.
Bowing to the umpire, Phil Cuzzy.
Get a new baseball.
Oh, nice play handled at first base. Urshela over to the speedy Ohtani, 2 down.
Ended up being a nice play because that's one of those ones that, you know, as a pitcher covering, you're thinking, okay, is he going to take it himself? He thought about it, Urshela, and then quickly feeds it over to Shohei, who's always going to be on time. I don't think there's many people going to beat Shohei Ohtani in that race. That angle he took, too.
I can't name anybody.
Maybe you, Patrick.
I was going to say maybe Carl Lewis, but I don't know if he can, at this day and age, beat him.
I think there's maybe a pitch calm scenario here.
Well, with the meeting at the mound, let's give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Remember, 2 tacos a day keeps the hangry away. Download the Jack app and get them for 99 cents.
He's saying right now, Chad Wallach and Shohei Ohtani, remember, Oliveira's got a base hit on a sweeper that was upstairs.
One of only 2 hits for the Royals so far. Also a walk, but otherwise Ohtani's been perfect. Fastball misses.
You see, he was frustrated. He came out of his mechanics a little bit there. That front shoulder opened up quicker.
First time we've seen that tonight. It's been pinpoint. Little fly ball right field. Handled. So that's a fly ball, but, you know, on the subject of flies, everybody wants a piece of Ohtani. Sorry. Nationwide pet insurance, and the first 25,000 fans will receive a blanket before the Angels take on the A's at 6:30 p.m. Visit angels.com/promotions for more information. Shohei Ohtani's got 5, just 2 hits, 0 earned runs allowed.
The way that cools down a little bit next week, so that blanket will be
That's
perfect.
I was going to say, look at you. You already know the weather for next week.
I got information from Mike Troutman, our resident weatherman.
So Nicky Lopez leading off top of the 6th, 2-0 Angels. Going to break, you saw Neto, you know, getting an earful a little bit from Ryan Yarbrough, perhaps from the first time he got hit, a little bit of a bat flip. Not good for him, making his presence felt here at the show. Miami has always had that swag.
Trying to help him out. That ball was upper part of the strike zone, maybe a little above the zone.
Call that a cutter at 87.
Oh, that's nasty. Backdoor cutter. So he's used his cutter quite a bit. It's been 91 today.
And the 2-2. We'll go to a full count here on Lopez. Ohtani in his career at the Big A, a sub-2 ERA, coming in at 1.95. But what a start to this season. But loses Lopez for a leadoff walk. So this is his 5th start, but how about his first 4 starts of the year? Angels starting pitchers, lowest ERA in history. Finn to win, Chuck Finley at 98. And Ohtani this year, then Chuck Finley once again, and Kirk McCaskill.
Yeah, Kirk McCaskill. I mentioned he was drafted. Hockey. He was an incredible fielding pitcher, and he had some outstanding numbers there throughout his career for the Angels.
And a throw down to check on Lopez. Gets past Urshela. When you talk about back picks, and considering you can't throw over more than 2 times, that's the 9th time the Angels have employed a back pick, which is the most in baseball. That's a good way to control the running game, considering the Royals a perfect 12 for 12.
Yeah, they're pretty good. That's always been a big part of their game, is the running game.
The Angels have turned a couple of double plays behind Shohei, both involving Zach Neto.
Pretty manageable pitch count already here for Shohei into the 6th inning with 73. That's averaging about 12 an inning.
Shohei with 5 strikeouts. He started the game by striking out the side. That has slowed down as far as that's concerned. Remember, he struck out 13 Royals a season ago. The night after hitting 2 3-run home runs and driving in 8. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Look how he tried to stay back. He saw the speed of the pitch. Normally, if you're looking at that pitch right there, you have a shot because you want to catch that curveball at the higher arc. And you see Bradley Jr. out in front of that one trying to stay back. He did have the force.
Yes.
Yes, it just stopped in midair.
I think that they must have had something to do with that, or they controlled Bradley because he was fooled badly on that curveball from Ohtani. And it brings up Bobby Witt Jr.
Remember, he got him to chase a couple of those sweepers well off the plate last time and struck him out the first time on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
2 of the 6 Ks on the night from Bobby Witt Jr. 1-1. Stone, that curveball nice. The sweeper all over the zone.
Right back with another nasty sweeper.
1-2.
Now you think, you see if he can get him to go after another one out of the zone. Chased last at bat. He still has that 99-mile-an-hour fastball in the back of his mind.
Tap foul. Bobby Witt Jr., who was part of Team USA with Mike Trout. A tremendous star in this game. In the future, it's going to be the Kansas City Royals is going to be centered squarely on that young man's shoulders. Oh, got him with the paint on the 4-seamer at 98. 2 down, back-to-back strikeouts.
And Chad Wallach was setting up in the inner half with his fastball, but then he still paints the outside corner at 98 and is in the strike zone. Bobby Witt Jr. doesn't get frustrated a lot, but he's been frustrated today. A couple fastballs for strikeouts and then a sweeper off the plate for a punch out.
You mentioned that he had that 4-seamer in his back pocket, went to it, drops in a sweeper for a strike to Melendez.
So that's 2 strikeouts today with his fastball.
Strikeout count up to 7 now.
Oh, that's a good. That is straight down 12-6 break.
You're starting to hear the oohs and the ahs from the crowd.
I think you hear that in our booth too, with a curveball like that.
Maybe that's what it is. The ever creative one, Shohei Ohtani, breaks out the splitter there, but misses. Counts 1-2. And surely missed on purpose.
That's a pretty good take, though, especially after a curveball like that. A hard splitter at 89. He's done a few more splitters here tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
71 on that curveball.
It's just not fair. It's just the hook. Absolutely nasty. 8 strikeouts, 6 scoreless innings for Shohei. Sports is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Jack in the Box. 2 tacos for 99 cents online and on the Jack app. Smooth sailing for Shohei Ohtani on the hill here tonight. It's another piece of brilliance here at the Big A in front of the Halo faithful. He's throwing a lot of curveballs of late, but that one didn't have the feel.
He's doing his Zach Greinke impersonation on a 68-mile-an-hour curveball. We'll see Zach Greinke on the mound tomorrow for Kansas City, former Angel.
6 scoreless for Shohei entering this inning at 84 pitches.
It's a big inning there. This part of the lineup for Kansas City.
Pasquantino, Perez, and Massey. Pasquantino, one of the 2 hits for the Royals, but Shohei falls behind 3-0. He's definitely tried to take something off that 4-seamer at 93. Second time tonight, Shohei's fallen behind 3-0, but follows it up with a 4-seamer at 91 for a strike. Full count. So you always hear about third time through, how that's a struggle. Not for this guy, Gooby. How about that? He has yet to allow a hit. 19 at bats. That's first in baseball. Well, that's just not fair.
Got him to go after 99 after 91-mile-an-hour fastball early in this at bat. And already 2 strikeouts the third time through with Witt Jr. and Melendez.
The 3-2.
That's a good pitch.
Oh, got him. A little late on that call from Cuzzy, but that is another strikeout, and that is 4 in a row for the miraculous Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, he went sweeper down and in as he gets that little corner there, real close enough to get the call. One of those ones as a hitter, you got to be up there in protect mode. Shohei goes, yes.
That's 9 strikeouts, and Perez not wasting any time swinging at that 4-seam fastball.
Not unusual for Salvador Perez to swing at the first pitch. He's always aggressive. Shohei knew it.
Quickly 0-2. Fastball, slider, and now he's in control of the at-bat. Timeout called by Salvi. Smart decision by the veteran. Just changing the eye line a little bit there.
Yeah, he was really trying to muscle up on a splitter. As aggressive as Salvador Perez is, he might not get him to chase that one often.
Ohtani calling his own game. The 1-2. And misses again.
You see he's frustrated. He just pulled again that front shoulder. He's done that a couple times. After an overthrown splitter, overthrown fastball here, and you can tell, you see that front shoulder was already opening up for him. Now see how quickly he makes an adjustment here.
So he went splitter, fastball, both well off the plate. You've seen him use the curveball to be pretty lethal. The 2-2.
Wow.
Another one. Another strikeout for Ohtani. Double digits. That's 10, and that's 5 in a row.
And that's that curveball again. This is not even really in the zone at all. That never was in the strike zone. But a sharp break like that, that 99-mile-an-hour fastball is a hitter. That's why I'm really happy seeing Shohei using his fastball tonight. He's getting hitters thinking, okay, I got to be able to catch up with that fastball.
For Shohei, that is his 18th career game with 10-plus strikeouts. Here's Michael Massey, the 2 down.
And this is usually the time when you think with Shohei Ohtani, when he's getting close to that end of his night potentially, he really starts cranking it up. 98 pitches. Next one will be number 99 here.
6 2/3, looking for a full 7. And he's ahead of Massey, 1-2.
Does he drop that big curveball again? He just threw a sweeper there. Or does he go 100-mile-an-hour fastball? You just never know. Or splitter. He could go whatever he wants to go with.
I think he'll throw the curve if the count gets 2-2.
There's a curve. It just slipped out of his hand. There's not a couple that in this inning. I got to believe this is the last inning for Shohei Ohtani to be able to finish up strong like he loves to do.
He's hit the century mark in pitches, 100 on the button. The count goes full. Weeper misses. Another full count.
Remember, this is on 3-day rest too for Shohei, so more than likely see if he can finish off strong.
And he struck out 5 Royals in a row. And the 3-2.
Wow.
He strikes out 6 in a row. 7 scoreless, 11 strikeouts. What a performance from Shohei Ohtani. Well, you got to stick with the bread and butter, do you not?
Yep.
They're on their feet. Crowd is on its feet here tonight. And why not? Runner goes, the 1-2, he got him! Ball game! 4th save of the year for José Quijada. Angels back to 500, and Shohei Ohtani was magnificent.
It was, but Spicy had it working there too with back-to-back strikeouts. But Shohei Ohtani and Chad Wallach, the story of this game, and the defense, Zach Neto picking it. What a swing by Chad Wallach. What a job he did behind the plate. But Shohei Ohtani, he's on another planet.
I don't know who we're going to choose for a player of the game, but I have a pretty good idea because the force was very strong with this one tonight, Shohei Ohtani, without a doubt.
Welcome back, Patio.
Thank you. What a game.
Shohei Ohtani, 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts. His ERA this year, 0.64. This is when you thought, is he going to get better as a pitcher? He might be the best pitcher in the game right now.
That is an argument that I wouldn't want to make, or I certainly wouldn't want to take on, because he is. He's pitching like an absolute bona fide ace in this game. He's a two-way superstar, also had a hit in this game. And that's a nice way to kick off a 7-game homestand with a 2-0 W.